Before World War II, France seemed to lack any remarkable achievements in light weapon design, with the most famous being the Hotchkiss series, which was considered advanced during World War I as a machine gun, but gradually fell behind the world's advanced level after the war. In fact, in the later stages of World War I, France introduced a more sophisticated family of Darne guns, which were more diverse in terms of models and mission functions. Darne Company was established in 1881, initially focusing on the design and production of some civilian firearms, such as hunting firearms and the like. However, the company encountered a turning point during World War I, when it was authorized to produce the Lewis machine gun in 1915, accumulating a wealth of experience during this time. In 1916, the company announced that it would develop its own machine gun. Over the next 2 years, the machine gun designed by Darne Company underwent extensive testing and was in negotiations with the French Army as the war was about to end, with the French Army requesting the first batch of goods to be delivered in the spring of 1919. However, with the end of the war, the relevant bulk purchases were put on hold. This Darne machine gun adopted a gas-operated automatic principle, firing the standard 7.5mm ammunition of the French Army, using a 150-round or 250-round belt for ammunition. The gun weighed 9 kilograms, or 9.6 kilograms with the stock, and could also be mounted on a lightweight tripod with a total weight of 13 kilograms. The gun's drawback was that it only had an automatic firing mode, with a firing rate of about 600 rounds per minute. The Darne machine gun had a rough appearance and was not particularly handsome, but it was reliable and inexpensive to produce. According to some papers, during the Great Depression in 1931, it could be purchased for as little as 700 francs, equivalent to the price of an ordinary shotgun, which was indeed quite cheap. It is not known whether the concept of universal was considered in the design of the Darne machine gun, but with its design to be compatible with a tripod, it did have the shadow of a universal machine gun concept. It could be used flexibly with 2 legs for 2-2 fire, and also mounted on a tripod to serve as a heavy machine gun. Since the previous passage mentioned that it was a family of guns, the Darne series undoubtedly included more than just this one machine gun. In the 1920s, Darne Company also developed the Darne rifle and the aircraft machine gun. The Darne rifle was equipped with a pistol-style grip and a rifle-style trigger, originally with a wooden stock, later changed to a foldable metal stock, with a foldable bipod, and could also be mounted on a lightweight tripod, with a magazine capacity of 20, 25, or 30 rounds. Although this gun was called a rifle, it could also function as a light machine gun, somewhat similar to the ZB-26 type light machine gun, but weighing only 6.9 kilograms. The rifle also had only full automatic firing mode, but could be equipped with a speed regulator, reducing the firing rate to 100 rounds per minute, making it very controllable. The aircraft machine gun was also a widely used variant, mainly provided for crew self-defense, and also had versions used on fighter planes. These machine guns all used metal belts developed by Darne Company for ammunition supply. Aircraft such as the Potez 452 seaplane and the late Coer 290 torpedo bomber in the French Army used it as a self-defense weapon. However, it was sufficient in the 1930s, but its power was too weak in World War II, with a 7.5mm bullet head being too light, lacking in lethality and range. In addition to this, the Darne machine gun also had some other variants, such as the naval version, but these models were not very successful and had few users. Overall, the Darne machine gun had a rich variety of models and good reliability, but it did not become a famous gun of its generation, and even France did not attach much importance to it, mainly because Darne Company was a private enterprise without official background. Taking the Darne light machine gun as an example, a total of 11,000 were produced, with the French Army purchasing 6,000, and the remaining 5,000 being purchased by other countries in scattered quantities, with some exported versions having their caliber changed to 6.5 or 8 millimeters. During World War II, the German Army did not have much appreciation for French light weapons, but the Darne machine gun was an exception. In 1940, the German Army purchased a batch of aviation models from Darne Company, designated as LEMG 106F, which were used by ground forces and were used to repel the Allied forces in the Normandy landings. Although producing weapons for the German Army was not a good thing, being able to gain recognition from the enemy also proved its worth.